We're going to learn to squat today without the bar. When we learn how to squat without the bar, we solve all kinds of problems that are introduced by the bar. Bars are a confounding variable. We're going to learn how to squat and get the movement pattern down correctly before the bar is introduced. So take your stance, and we're going to get in position here. The stance has to be correct, okay? If the stance is wrong, the squat's going to be wrong. Heels will be about shoulder width for our method that we're going to use today, okay? Then we're going to point the toes out just exactly like that at about a 30-degree angle, okay? This is the position of your feet. Every time you've got to be in this position. Take a picture of that with your brain, okay, so that every time you come to the bar to squat, that is the stance. Squat all the way down. Good. I want you to take your elbows and shove your knees out, just like that. Notice that your thighs and your feet are in a parallel line. There's no twisting on the knee in this position. Your feet are flat on the ground, okay? Your heels have to be flat down on the ground. Knees will be just very slightly in front of the toes. Hips will be back there. Back will be at an angle. If we set the bar right there on the shoulder blade, and if we're going to have that bar balanced right over the middle of your foot, we have to have enough angle to keep it there, or you're off balance backwards. Now let's illustrate the concept of hip drive here. I want you to look down at the platform, and I want you to shove your butt up in the air. Just drive your hips up. That's quite exaggerated, but that is the idea. This is what you squat with, okay? You're going to lower your hips, and you're going to raise your hips. Come up out of the bottom. That's exactly right. Just drive the butt. That's the movement. One more time. Let's look at that. Drive your butt up. Down. Just exactly like that. Hip drive is the key to the squat, okay? You shove your hips up out of the bottom because that's where the power comes from. Now let's load the hip drive a little bit. Squat down, look at the floor, drive my hand up. Drive as hard as you can. Drive up hard. What you want to think about is the load right there. That is how you generate the power out of the hole. Don't think about lifting the chest. All you think about the whole time is right here. Premature raising of the chest is going to kill your hip drive. Now let's look at the effect of head position on that. Look down at the floor. Most people would like to have their head there. This produces more hip drive, and I'll show you. Look down at the floor right there. That drags your chin into that position. Drive up hard. Good. Excellent. Now push up. Drive up hard. That's hip drive. That's the power out of the bottom. This time I want you to look up at the ceiling. Drive now. We're going to develop maximum hip power by looking at the platform. And all that remains now is to put the bar on your back.